Okay, so this is live cell analysis. This is Glenn. He's my patient. And what we're going to do is he's going to fill out his waiver first. That discloses whether I'm a non-professional medical person. It's just that I'm giving my opinion by what I see. And then he'll sign this. And then I go ahead and I'll prick his finger. And then I'll analyze it. I'll put it in the slide here. And the camera picks up on it. And it shoots it over to my laptop. And it's a nice big full picture. And then we analyze the blood. We analyze the red cells and the white cells. So he's signing a waiver saying he knows that I'm not a doctor. I'm not practicing medicine. And there's no liability there whatsoever. That's disclosing that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do part 2, which is going to be the analyzation of the blood and anything that we see in the blood in the description. And I have a form here that I number 1 through 10 that explains, like, you know, if the blood cells are small, it might be anemia, and then I check off the box. So 1 is where you'd like to be optimum health, 10 is like you better fix it. So we're going to go to part 2 now. Thanks.
Ooh,
That
there
probably
you
stung
go.
a little
Look
bit.
at that one.
That probably stung, but I figured it gets blood this time. Okay, so slightly like that. That's good. Good. Now I got some blood.
Yay.
Alright, put on the slide. I've got to do some adjusting because I have. So now we're going to analyze the blood, and the blood's moving right now. This is pretty normal. Right after you do the blood, it's very alive, which is the cool thing, and then it settles down a little bit. So I look at my microscope and I'm looking for things that maybe not show up exactly on the laptop, and so I'm looking right now. I see tiny little bit of lipids. What did you have for lunch today?
I had some beef, some hamburger.
Okay, so I see a little bit of fats, some lipid fats in your system. And if I didn't know that, I could have thought maybe you had a little candida, maybe, but nope, a little bit of lipids, but not bad. I don't see any candida, so that's cool. I don't see any fungus or any bacteria floating around at this time. And now, you're not Relou. Relou's when they look like slinky, red cells look like slinky. Your cells are pretty good. You need a little more oxidation, and I would think that you're a little bit of acidic right now, and you had beef.
Well, that, and also I have coffee.
Oh, well then.
So I had coffee today.
You're probably like a 5.5.
Right.
So, do you eat any raw fish or anything?
I do not.
Okay, so I see some
parasites.
Mm-hmm. So you probably want to do a paracleanse.
There's a parasite there, yeah.
Well, there's quite a few actually.
Yeah, you can see
them. So you
them.
need to do a paracleanse. Everybody to figure out what's going on, and if anything was addressed, if I suggested it like a paracleanse is what I'm going to suggest to Glenn right now. And then he'll come back in maybe 4 weeks or 3 weeks, or how, you know, depending on financial or whatever. But once a month would be a great way to do this several times to get to your optimum level. So that's why this is such a benefit, to be able to take a sheet home and be able to remember exactly what we saw. A lot of times people want to video this, and that's possible if they like to do that. So I don't save these, but they can video it. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go through this now. You do have some clumping, and it's not horrible. It's not in the, they call it Relou, which is French meaning stack. Looks like a slinky. You're not quite there. So I'm just going to give you an average 5. You know, 1's obviously where you want to be. So I would suggest greening up when you eat, eating more alkalining foods, more oxidation. You want more amino acids. You want a little something that's going to enhance your red cells and not clump them so much. Cell Power is a great product. That rocks.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So your high amounts of fats. You ate beef. You have a little bit. It's not bad, but I do see a little bit, and it's hard to see in there. But you can see right here, that's not fat there. But let's see. Now see how the cells have stopped? They've slowed down now.
Yeah.
They're not quite
those little
as
suckers.
happy as they were.
Yeah. But I know that's kind of normal, you know.
Here would be a perfect cell. This is what you. This is right here where you pretty much want to see a round cell with a light ring that looks like the sun shining.
Right.
That's good. That's a red cell you don't want to have there. Let's see, move around a little bit. And there's a lot of parasites, so you definitely want a paracleanse.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any white cells yet. But we'll see. Now see how the cells have stopped. They've slowed down now. look, for every 750 red cells, you should see some sort of white cells floating around, and I see a cell here that's white, so anyhow, that's good. So you look, your cells are good, but why you don't want them clumped is because you want your white cells to float around.
Yeah.
And they can't float when they're doing that.
Yeah.
So your immune system can get a little weak. I haven't seen any white yet. Sometimes I don't. I don't see any crystals, which means you don't have. I don't see any real big anti-inflammatory, things going on there, crystallizing anything red or anything. So I don't see any of that. So you're good there. You're a 1 there. Your platelets are clumped, so I'm going to give you a 5 again. I didn't see any bacterial levels. You're really good there. That to me looks like a white cell right there, and it could be healthier.
Which one?
So this to me is probably a white cell. Looks fine.
All right.
Let's see here. I don't see any blood clotting. Doesn't look like I don't see any targeted centers. Sometimes centers have a target in there, which means you have gallbladder issues. I don't see that. Your red cells.
That's a good thing, seeing how I have so much fat in my blood.
Your red cells could be a little bit bigger, so you might be, like a hemoglobin might be down a little bit.
Might need some iron.
Yeah, so I'm going to recommend that too. They should be a little bit larger, so I'm going to give you a 3 on that. I don't see any fungal, so you're a 1. So that's pretty much how it works. And then customers, they ask me questions and stuff. And now this might be right here. That might be a little bit of a candida thing right there. See that light shadowing?
Oh, the light shadow.
Yeah, that probably is. And that's a lipid floating there. It just floated by. Let's see. Yeah, you need a pair of cleanse, like,
Yeah.
There's some. Wow. Okay. So I see. Let's see if I can pull it up on. I see a. This is funny. I can see some cholesterol in here too, but that's because you ate some beef. See if I can pull that up. Might be up there.
Cholesterol. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably just because of what you ate. So I walk through the customer depending on where I am and what products people sell. Then I go ahead and recommend. So with Glenn, I would recommend digestive enzymes. I would recommend Be Energetic. That's some products that we have, but this can be conducive to what your products have that you sell. Some probiotics, of course, they're always great. Definitely a Paracleanse, like I've said, and maybe some more like spirulina, chlorella, something like that for your alkaline in your body, a smoothie with some powder, something like that. And then that's pretty much it. It takes about a half an hour to discuss. Sometimes it goes a little longer, but generally speaking, it's not much more than a half an hour. If a customer wants an hour, then they have to request that, and it's $60 a half an hour. It's fine, some people do want an hour and go over everything and explain products a little more thoroughly, go over the labels, or go walk around the store and look at certain products, so you become a nutritional consultant on the floor with whatever product the place that you're at sells. And that's pretty much how it goes. Have a good day.